Hello everybody, welcome to the Fanatics of Film, and my name is Ben here, and I am at the real Jedi Temple, the original design that George Lucas had for the original first Jedi Temple. And of course, everybody's kind of tackling this article. I didn't necessarily need to initially, but I don't know. I still remain skeptical. Anyway, here goes. This article is from Digital Spy. Disney boss admits making this mistake with Star Wars and reveals what to expect in the future. Big shout out to Rhodes Rants on Star Wars. This guy gets all the articles before anyone. I think he's like right on top of everything. So here, I almost went to CNN. Thank goodness I didn't. Disney boss admits making this mistake with Star Wars. Of course, as we all know, Bob Iger. This is just from my personal opinion, is that he's a smart guy. He knows kind of what's going on, kind of, but I really think that there's a huge separation between him and all the fans, and I think that for him to say what anyway, I'm going to get into this article and I'll get my 2 cents on everything here. And Disney boss admits making this mistake with Star Wars and reveals what to expect in the future. Disney CEO Bob Iger has admitted that the company made a mistake with the Star Wars movies and how it'll change the future of the franchise. Since Disney bought Lucasfilm in 2012, we've had two main episode movies, The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, and the two spin-off movies, Rogue One and Solo, with Episode 9 to come next year, as well as two separate Fallout movie series and TV shows in the works. In an interview with Hollywood Reporter, Iger has revealed that there perhaps had been too many movies in too little time. See, once again, this illustrates the disconnect between him and Star Wars fans. If he knew any of us, and if they did some actual research instead of just pretending that they are knowing what's going on. So if they actually did some actual research, they would know that Star Wars fans are rabid, and if it's good Star Wars, then yeah, we'll jump all over it. We'll be all over it, and we will be watching as much Star Wars and gobbling it up like crack cocaine. If it's good Star Wars, like if you just stretch out crappy Star Wars, maybe it'll make money because you have the general public that'll just be like, I'll go to a Star Wars movie or something. But honestly, you just have to create good Star Wars. There's no such thing as Star Wars fatigue. There's such thing as bad Star Wars fatigue. So once again, it's just he's out of touch. He's not in touch with the Star Wars fans. If they made good Star Wars, then he would know. He would know that we would all go see it. Anyway, he continues on to say, so too many movies in too little time. I made the timing decision, and as I look back, I think the mistake that I made, I take the blame, was a little too much too fast. See, once again, he's avoiding the issue here. You can expect some slowdown, but that doesn't mean we're not going to make films. J.J. Abrams is busy making Episode 9, he explained. We have creative entities, including Game of Thrones creators David Benioff and D.B. Weiss, of course, who are developing sagas of their own. I did a whole video on those guys, and by the way, them and Obi-Wan and stuff. And yeah, I just hope that they need to do the Old Republic. Those guys just need to do the Old Republic, and that's what it'll be. If they'll probably do like an Old Republic trilogy, which will be cool and epic. I'm sure it'll be amazing. I would love to see them actually tackle a series like they did with Game of Thrones. David Benioff, D.B. Weiss, who are developing sagas of their own, which we haven't been specific about, and we're just at the point where we're gonna start making decisions about what comes next after JJ. So they're literally going to make a decision after episode 9 even comes out, and they look at the numbers. That's like, honestly, I mean, everybody's talking about like Kathleen leaving and all this stuff. I don't think they made that decision yet. I don't think Kathleen's ever gonna leave, anyway. I'll get to that in a second here, but I think we're gonna be a little bit more careful about volume and timing, and the buck stops here on that. Alongside Benioff and Weiss's new movies, we've got Rian Johnson's new Skywalker free trilogy in the works. Thank goodness. I mean, that's fine if everybody wants to create weird Star Wars. That's fine if you want to create weird Star Wars, but you're going to make Luke Skywalker the casualty in that mess. I mean, that's the problem, is that like what you should have done is started with his trilogy. That's what you should have done. You shouldn't have given him episode 8. That's just what it comes down to. That's plain and simple. That's just what it comes down to. Alongside Benioff Weiss new movies, we've got Rian Johnson's new Skywalker free trilogy in the works. See, I knew it. See, so as far as, once again, everybody keeps saying that his trilogy's out, and I don't think, once again, what they see is the numbers. And once again, goes to show, especially with what's happening with Bob Iger and everything. I mean, he is still separated. All they do is they're sitting in a boardroom. They're not going to look at the people's tweets or how people really feel. They're going to look at the numbers, and what they see is right off is the numbers. They see immediately that The Last Jedi still made money. It made a lot less money than The Force Awakens, but and they probably don't care. So they just say, oh, okay, so it made money. So therefore, Ryan should still get his trilogy. And see, that's the major problem here, is that they're not seeing it. And so get woke, go broke type of thing. They're gonna have that trilogy still. I swear. I mean, I knew that they just, once again, they just don't see it. They don't see what's really happening. And it'll be like the lowest grossing Star Wars movie, it'll probably be lower than Solo. It'd be funny to see that. It'd be really funny. Okay, so Ryan's Skywalker free trilogy in the works, so thank goodness it's Skywalker free, because it's like, ruin all the characters you want, just don't touch the Skywalkers, But there's been nothing concrete about another spin-off movie apart from the Obi-Wan Kenobi rumors. Of course, well, they're more than rumors. They actually started to make that movie. And maybe it seems we'll have to wait even longer for anything like that to be confirmed. And so once again, this is just my opinion and my speculation here, and I know, I just think everybody thinks that Disney is hip to the situation, but I think that there's definitely, I mean, for them to allow this to happen, there's definitely some disconnect. There's definitely disconnect between all of that and the fans and everything. And so once again, I really think they're only looking at the numbers with the Rian Johnson trilogy.